We love tradition at the SPSN Podcast Professionals, and keeping with tradition, we always enjoy having the SPSN Chair, Nicola Howard, join us. So let's get her out of the green room, Ash, and into the pod. Here she comes. Welcome, Nicola, to the podcast. Hello.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies. That's very nice of you. And, definitely traditionalist, so very nice to be here.
It is. So this is the end of season 3. So this is actually, I think you've been on more than 3 podcasts, but how about that? We always have you on for the season-ending pod.
It's a bit sad when you think about it, because you think, it's the end. But then I know that you've got great plans for 2024.
We do. Yeah. So I'm super excited for 2024. It's going to be great. And how's your year been? We haven't seen you for a while. So have you had a good year, Nick?
Yeah, it's been very busy. It's I think everyone says that they're busy, but I think in our area there's been a lot of change. There's been a lot of realignments and a lot of people acting in roles and getting opportunities that they would normally not have had. And so that's come with some good and some bad parts, because you're feeling like you're not really sure, and there's a few decisions that had to be made, and people have just got to step up. And so it's been really great after being here for over 12 years, seeing people that you've come up with who have been given opportunities in senior positions that if people hadn't have left or moved into new roles, they probably may
never had that.
Wait, I wouldn't like to say they never would have had that opportunity, because they're all great people, but maybe that wouldn't have come as quickly. And so so that part of me has been really happy and grateful on their behalf to see that opportunity. But the other part of me who is trying to keep things together and build stakeholder relationships and make connections with people across the university, it's often hard when the people keep changing. And so that's been constantly. So I think that's been a little bit exhausting, not just for me, but for other people, for just trying to keep a hold of who is who and who does what. And
that's interesting that you say that, because in my role, I've also found that as well, reintroducing myself and what I do and how we can work together, and to new people that have come along, and that's been good, because there's some really lovely new people that have started, which I've been having coffees in Gomez.
Yep, lovely.
Yes,
I think we did one of those, yes.
We did recently. Yeah. So as the chair of the SPSN Network, Nicola, could you give us a bit of an insight into what that role is and what the SPSN Network does and its significance? Because there's new people here at Swinburne. We want to share what the SPSN Network does. Take it away.
Yeah, I think, we touched on a little bit there about, I'm a collector of people and ideas, and I tend to pick things up in conversations that I have. And this year, I think we've been on a bit of a fact-finding mission. Over the last few years, we've found that some of the things that we started have been taken up centrally. And so the idea for the network is not to duplicate what's already happening. And so I think this year we've had to change and pivot a lot of the things that we probably would have done as part of our BAU, having, some staff speak about things because the Swinburne Conversations have started.
Yep.
We used to have our pets page on our wiki, which is now, a wonderful little community on Viva Engage that people are posting their pets. And then we're still doing a lot of the very, I guess the very intimate, I was trying to think of a different word for intimate, but just that very one-on-one conversations with people and finding out what their needs are. I think the podcast has been amazing, and again has been a great backbone for to being able to point to that as one of our key activities for this year. The Tell Me About Your Tuesdays have been a highlight.
I've loved that personally.
Yeah, using Viva. So it's not as, hats off to our colleagues in comms who do the more detailed piece, a bit more professional edge to it, whereas ours is a little bit more there, where do you have your, where's your favourite coffee, little bit about your personal, because we bring so much of ourselves to work.
Yeah, I love to tell me about your Tuesday and being the face of Swinburne. We both were part of that this year. It was fun, wasn't it?
It was good, yeah, getting feedback from people.
Yeah. Yeah. Have we got our theme for next year?
Yeah, look, I think we've got a couple that are up in the air. I think we talked about maybe being bold, because with this year we're all about being brave.
Yeah.
So I think we're still open for that, but I think it's going to be something along those lines. I'd really like us to have the opportunity to collaborate wider, giving people that opportunity to work with people from a different area on, try and facilitate some conversations and maybe share some wicked problems and get some people's, the brains trust together and a few Post-it notes and try and figure out strategies for working together. And so we're not duplicating and trying to figure out, well, how might we question that our lovely friends in the Design Factory are all about. So using some of the tools that they've taught us over the years.
You talked about 2024, but I want to get a sense of what perhaps some of your highlights of and achievements have been in 2023. Anything stand out for you?
So one of the things I'm most pleased about is within the business improvement manager role, within student admin, I've got the opportunity to be able to advocate for our team who are really at the other end of any projects that are implemented that have anything to do with technology. So being able to really facilitate that business as usual transition and ensuring that when I've been talking to project managers, whether they're part of the EPMO or our business as usual projects, really scoping transition to BAU at the beginning and what that might look like and really changing the way we work. I'm really, really proud of that because it was my team who were impacted a lot and if things weren't scoped correctly in the beginning. And so being able to work with other teams across the university and for them to embrace that change and see the benefit of that has been really amazing. And I think having the confidence to do that, I've had a couple of opportunities this year. I was able to go to Perth and attend the Heads of Student Administration Conference, which is usually attended by the directors or registrars of student admin. And I was sponsored to go by People and Culture. The conference theme was a belonging, and about how might we, in a lot of cases, it was around students and how do we make students feel like they belong on campus and as part of a university community. And also because of my work with the SPSN, I was able to then attend and take that from a staff perspective.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. Yeah. And was that 3 or 4 days?
Yeah, it was 3 days. Being able to just, immerse yourself and be just totally about what does that mean. And a lot of the speakers were, and vendors as well, spoke. Yep. And it was just really good to be a part of that cohort, I guess, of staff that I normally wouldn't have that opportunity.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And then I had the opportunity to participate in the Association for Tertiary Education Managers Conference a couple of weeks ago. And again, I was sponsored to attend that by the ATEM conference.
Look at you. Go. Yeah. Amazing. Oh, ATEM. Yeah. Well, we know that well, don't we? We've presented at that before. And it'd be good to get a bit more involved in that next year.
It was a bit of a barter because I did my digital note taking and did my recording. And they use that in their promotions
clever,
after the conference.
Nicola. So, you're so clever at that.
Yeah. So again, that was really good, and being able to network with people and start and having opportunities for, looking at how we could create communities of practice across the industry rather than everyone working in their silos. So that's very exciting. And we had some really good conversations with Mel, the managing director, who's contacted me since, and we're talking about pitching an idea for Swinburne to start a professional staff conference.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
So we've got a little bit of work to do on that. And Mel was one of the people who started that at Melbourne Uni.
Yep.
And they've just celebrated 10 years of that conference running. And so,
fantastic. That would be something to look forward to as well. We've got a couple of things already listed for 2024, which is pretty exciting. For those who don't know, Nicola is an amazing artist, and she designed our logo, the SPSN Podcast Professionals Christy and Ash logo. And also earlier in the year, you did some drawings for us here at CSI Swin for our big notice board. Remember?
Yes. I have to come back and visit and see what everyone's been writing on there.
Loving it. All right, Nicola, finally as we wrap up with you today, did you have the opportunity to attend the Christmas party yesterday?
Yeah, I wouldn't have missed it.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many people there. I don't remember seeing you there though. That's all.
Yeah, I think. Isn't it funny when you go to a big session like that? And I'm an introverted extrovert, so as my role, it forces me to do this type of thing and to speak, do public speaking. But I am quite introverted, and so I tend to stay with my tribe.
Yeah,
and I noticed that even though we were all surrounded by lots of other people, and you still can wave in the distance and say hello, I think you tend to stick with the people that you normally work with. And I was thinking about that, and I thought, well, it's probably because you don't get an opportunity to see them because of the hybrid ways of working. You know, so it isn't very often that you're all together. Your larger teams are not usually together in the one place. And so that was really cool as well. So
I'm the extrovert. So I like to say hello here and then quickly go over there and then say hi to my friends over there.
Yeah.
Exhausted by the end of the day. Well, thank you so much for all of your support, Nicola. And it's ace. We love having the podcast on the SPSN and with the network. And we just sincerely appreciate all of your ongoing support. So thanks so much for joining us, and have a great Christmas and a good break. And just lastly, if anybody is listening to this and wants to get involved in the SPSN network, what should they do?
Yeah, definitely. They can reach out to us through either Teams or send me an email. I'm happy to hear from people individually. But also engage in the Viva Engage channel, our SPSN channel. See that we're posting on there and
regularly.
Really happy for people to start engaging with that. But definitely we'll have some opportunities in 2024, and we'll be advertising them via that channel.
Definitely.
But thank you both for this wonderful podcast.
It's good, isn't it? It's so much fun.
The numbers are huge, and it's something that we should, Swinburne should be really proud of, because, when we talk to other institutions, they don't have anything like this, or if they do, it's being run centrally. And so this one, by the people, for the people,
that's it. It's pretty good.
Amazing. Yeah.
So
well done.